Hi there, Michael Griffiths here, founder of Referral Marketing Guru, and welcome to this week's Get More Referrals Today podcast. Whether you're listening to us on iTunes, Spotify, through Podbean, on any of our social networks, thank you for joining us. Welcome. Can't wait to get into today's topic. Today's a bit of a different one. I don't talk a lot around thinking, mindset, and that aspect of generating referrals. But without a doubt, like in anything else, it plays a big part. You can have the best processes and the best systems and the best plans. But if your level of thinking does not match those, then there will be a mismatch and you won't use them as effectively or as efficiently as what you should. It's why I think we should always be working on our level of thinking. We should be working on our language. We should be working on things that improve us outside of our business, marketing, sales, just general make us better people. Because I think when you do that, everything else becomes easier also. There are three things in particular that I want to touch on. The first thing that pops up all the time is when people go, I don't have the money, or I don't have the cash flow, or I don't have the resources to be able to do something they want. It's a bit of a catch-22. A lot of the time, you don't to begin with. But also a lot of the time, you never will unless you do something different. Improving a skill set, improving the way you think, being around other people that can take your game to a different level is paramount if you're ever going to do things differently. Because the simple fact is, if you could do things differently, you already would be. It's why I look every single time within my business when there is some sort of bottleneck, and the bottleneck's usually me, and I go, how do I get someone else to do that? How do I get help improving my skill set around that? How do I do it more effectively or efficiently, or learn what I don't know so I get a better result? Now, I think that's really important. Not just in what we talk about in referral marketing and partnerships and using your networks, but across everything. It was only last week where I needed that conversation with myself and go, you hate doing this aspect. You always do it late. Really, you're not doing it anywhere near as effectively. You need someone else to do this for me. So sure, you might go, well, I can't afford to do that. Well, within a week of getting someone else to do it for me rather than me doing it, it allowed me the time to be able to go out and do so much more and generate so much more for the business, which I wasn't able to do previously because of the bottleneck. It's a real interesting one. And it comes down to your level of thinking. It comes down to, do you want things to be different or not? And it comes down to, are you willing to use the skill set, resources that other people have, or do you try to do it all by yourself? In a completely different situation, you know what you currently know. You're good at what you currently are good at. However, there's a lot more to business. So what are you letting yourself down at by not knowing the other things or just handing those other things over? See, I've chosen to go down this path with you very much on purpose. Because if you're having those elements of frustrations in your business, if they're the things that are popping up in your business, well, where I want to talk about in terms of creating referral relationships, building referral sources, leveraging through partnerships so you fill your sales funnels, none of those things have the ability to happen for you. what's taking place underneath all of that and the level of thinking prevents you from doing anything up the chain. So I can see responses to questions that I ask people and know instantly, will they always have to fight, scrap their way through to survive, or will they have a chance of flourishing? The simple fact is that you need other people, you need other people's skill set, you need other people's knowledge, you need other people's networks for you to be able to get to where you want to get to. We were having a great chat this morning with one of our partnership club members, one of our platinum members. And I attended one of their events a couple of weeks back and completely shone a whole new light compared to what my thinking was. I remember leaving that and straight away went, oh, we can do this and we can do this, and what about this and what about this? It was a completely new skill set, new knowledge that I wasn't aware of. It's why getting to things and seeing investment in yourself through other people as so important. If you were made to be the genius in every single area, your head would probably explode. It's why you flourish, because you're great at something, and that's what people come to you for. And you know that you have to use other people who are great at their thing. If you try to set up your business structures, deal with the ATO, organize the pay-as-you-go, the BAS, the accounts every year, think how much time, effort, energy you would waste either learning that, working that out, versus getting on with what you're good at doing, where you make tenfold, and therefore paying someone to organize all that for you is nothing. That's how you have to see all of it. It's not what is it costing me. It's probably what is it costing me by not being around the right people. What is it costing me by not growing, by not being able to scale, by not having the money I should, by not having the freedom I want, by not having the leads bucket full that I need, by not having the number of clients that I want, by not having the right number of clients. That's what causes us to be miserable. So the choice is work it all out yourself or get around solutions. Solutions always pay for themselves if you pick the right solutions, whether that be giving you time, freedom, energy, money, ability to grow, whatever it is, the solution should give you that return, whether it is directly or indirectly, because you've got the ability to now focus on what you are great at. So my question is, how well are you using resources that you know you've got around you? How well are you going out and finding the right resources? How well are you changing your level of thinking? When you've got that right, then you've got the time to create referral sources. You've got the time to build relationships. You've got the time to engage with your networks. Most of the time when I hear people say, I don't have the time to do it, well, it's because you're doing the wrong things and too much of them. If you see bringing somebody on as a cost, that's the thinking we need to change. Because bringing someone on allows you the ability to focus on the things that will generate income. And that has to be more important. So think at the moment What are you doing that you shouldn't be doing? What catch-22 game are you playing that you should no longer be playing? What are you being fearful of that's stopping you having any chance of going to the next level? We have a simple mantra coming in 2019 into our partnership club. It's a tribe that helps you to play a bigger game. It's a tribe that wants you to make a greater impact globally. It's a tribe that creates you more money and freedom. You can't play that. You can't go down that path if you're concerned about what happens if this happens, or I don't have enough of this, or I'll wait until I get one or two more people and then everything will change. No, the only thing that has to change is the level of thinking. Because when that changes, then the other resources, the other tools, the other things that you need to make that happen will happen. It's a bit of food for thought. It's not something I go down the path of all that often. But as we come towards the end of another year, you start thinking, who do you want to be playing the game with? What game do you want to be playing? Who you're willing to give your time, energy, effort to because they want to play the same game you want to play, versus who do you not want to play the game with? They're questions you've got to ask yourself. You've got to determine, what are you planning on doing? And if the answer is, I'm just planning on waiting to see what happens, wrong answer, because nothing will ever change. I look at so many businesses that when I was starting, they were starting. They're in exactly the same place. We get to operate around the globe. Level of thinking. Hopefully it's been helpful. Hopefully it gets you thinking a little bit. There are no right or wrong answers. Just don't be happy with staying the same. Don't let the catch-22, well, if this happens, I can do that, be the responsible part of keeping you safe. You don't need to be safe. You need to go out there and do what you were meant to do. This is the first time listening to us. Welcome. Make sure you subscribe either on iTunes, Referral Marketing Guru, Get More Referrals Today podcast. On Spotify, Get More Referrals Today podcast. On YouTube, Referral Marketing Guru. Find us with any of our social platforms. Love to have you around. Share some great ways for you to be able to get more referrals and use your networks more effectively. Make sure you grab our 9-point referral game plan at michaelgriffiths.com.au/plan, and I'll have the link in the description for you also. Till next time, take care. Talk to you next week.